close your eyes and be very still. Take a big deep breath in through your nose and slowly and gently breathe out through your mouth. Take another deep breath in and slowly and gently breathe out through your mouth. One more time, big deep breath in and slowly and gently breathe out through your mouth. And relax, feeling peaceful and calm. Now imagine that you are surrounded by a beautiful white light. This light surrounds your whole body, and it's beneath your feet and above your head, and you are inside this light, just like a caterpillar safe in its cocoon. This light is very special, and inside this light you know that you are always safe, and you know that you are always loved, and you know that you are always protected. Now imagine that you are outdoors walking in a lovely green forest, and the night time is approaching fast, but at the moment it's still light out. But the sun is beginning to set, and the sky is starting to darken ever so slightly. The air around you is still and calm, and you can hear all the different sounds as the creatures of the forest begin to settle for the night. Can you hear them? The birds are flying home to roost now, and the tiny animals are rushing to their homes. You can see the foxes calling out to each other as they come out for the night to begin their hunt, or for food, or just to play with each other and have fun. You can hear the sounds of breaking twigs and the rustle of leaves as each tiny animal scurries to their warm, safe home. As you walk along, you hear a different sound coming from the treetops high above you. You're not sure what it is yet, so you listen harder. And you realise that what you are hearing is the call of a night owl. And by the sound of it, a very large owl indeed. You walk a bit deeper into the lush forest as the sky gets darker still, and it feels so peaceful here, so calming, and the night gets quieter. There are now no sounds of any animals, as they are all tucked up warm in their cosy homes. The birds are all asleep in their nests, but again you hear the call of the night owl. You hear the flapping of its large but gentle wings. The sound gets closer to you, when suddenly, right before you, plops down a very large owl with very big round glasses perched on the end of his nose. Startled, you take a step back, wondering what to do, when the large old owl nods his head at you and says,
"Good evening."
Then he pushes his glasses back up on his nose because they keep sliding down. Your mouth drops open and you think to yourself, did this owl just speak to me? Well, yes, he did actually. Because you didn't answer, the old owl clears his throat again with a big and says again,
"Good evening."
You stutter good evening back to him and smile. The owl smiles back, and he tells you he is off for a fly around. He says he spotted you from high above when he thought to himself,
I wonder if that little human would like to come and fly with me.
so he flew down to ask you. He says he often asks little humans if they would like to fly with him. He says that sometimes he gets rather lonely flying on his own. And you are so excited by this that you say, oh yes, please. Well, who wouldn't want to fly high up in the sky with an owl? I know I would. As you look around you, you notice that the sun has gone down and been replaced by a beautiful silver moon. And it's actually quite dark now, but you can see all around you with the shining glow of the moonlight. The old owl, who is very large indeed, bigger than you in fact, tells you to grab hold of his feathers and pull yourself up onto his back. But he tells you not to pull any of them. Don't pull them out, as it can hurt a lot. You grab the old owl's feathers and heave yourself up onto his back, being very careful not to pull out any of those feathers. He then tells you to hold on tight, and he begins to run, flapping his huge wings. The old owl runs and runs and runs, but nothing seems to be happening. But the old owl still keeps running. He's now starting to get a bit puffed, and his huge wings keep flapping away like mad. You look ahead of you and you see that you are heading towards the edge of a cliff. Oh no. And you're starting to get a bit worried now, as that cliff edge is getting very close indeed. And the old owl hasn't even taken off yet. But the old owl still keeps running. He still keeps puffing away. Then, just as you get to the edge of the cliff, the old owl jumps off it. Then the two of you swoop downwards, going faster and faster, and the old owl's wings are spread really wide and are flapping away like crazy. You close your eyes really tightly and cling on to the owl's feathers. Then, just as you think you're going to crash, the old owl lifts himself higher and higher up into the night sky, flapping his wings as hard as he can. The owl tells you,
That was a close one. I thought we were going to crash into that old oak tree over there, but we didn't.
You slowly open your eyes and take a look around, and what you see takes your breath away. You are high up in the sky, gliding on the back of an owl. The moon is shining brightly, and the stars are twinkling like beautiful diamonds in the sky. And it's so still and quiet up here. All you can hear is the gentle breeze as it washes over you. The old owl is no longer flapping his wings. He is just gliding on the currents of air all around you. He turns his body to the left, and you look below you. Far beneath you is a beautiful lake, surrounded by your lovely forest. And you can see the reflection of the moon on the water's surface. You can even see your own reflection on the back of the owl as he gets closer to the water. So for a few more moments, fly with this beautiful old owl. Feel the gentle breeze on your face. Talk to him. Ask him his name. You can ask him whatever you want. Don't forget to tell him who you are as well and where you live. So just fly. The beautiful old owl returns you to the floor of your forest and gently lands. Well, I say gently, but you sort of land with a crash and then a slide along the ground until you fall off his back laughing. You thank this beautiful creature for letting you fly with him. You ask him if it would be possible for you to do this again, and he says,
Of course it is, little human. All you have to do is go for an evening walk in your forest, look up, and I'll be there.
The old owl flaps his huge wings, runs for a bit, and then a little bit more, and then he takes off. And you watch him as he disappears up into the night sky. And you hear him make the sound that only owls can make as he slowly gets smaller and smaller. And then he's gone. But you feel so happy and so content now, so peaceful. So now it's time to leave this beautiful place, leave the beautiful wise owl safe in the knowledge that you can come and visit him any time you like. And you're now back in your own bed, and my guiding voice will be leaving you shortly. Ponder the words of the night owl as you gently rest. Take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Feel yourself becoming more and more relaxed. One more deep breath and gently breathe out. More and more sleepy, so peaceful. Night night.